Does anybody else have a question? I get asked a lot of times, when I tell somebody I'm a certified professional dog trainer, what is that? One of the things about dog training is that it's an unregulated industry. That means anybody can say they're a dog trainer. So all of you, if you want to, can leave here. You can go home on your computer and pull up a little thing, and you can make yourself a business card and say you're a dog trainer and charge people money to train their dogs, because there are no rules about that. And that's a problem, because that means that an awful lot of people that they train their dog and their dog knew how to shake hands and roll over, and so they think they have all the answers and they start training dogs. Or maybe even worse, like you watched a lot of Cesar Millan, and so you're like, yeah, I know what to do. And so the Certification Council for Professional Dog Trainers was created to address the fact that there really was no sort of ruling on what was a dog trainer. In order to become a certified professional dog trainer, you first of all have to have hundreds of hours as a master teacher. So you have to have done it a lot and be able to prove that you have done that. You then need to get recommendations from clients, other dog trainers, and veterinarians. You pay a small barge load of cash and sit for a really comprehensive 4-hour exam that really looks at all kinds of areas of, not just the scientific knowledge that you have of dog training, but business skills and health concerns with dogs, and it's really comprehensive. Then in my case, you wait 5 weeks and 6 days while you sweat blood to see whether or not you passed. If you do pass the test and become a certified professional trainer, you also have to do continuing education credits so that you stay abreast of what's happening in dog training and what new scientific things have come out. If you don't do that, you actually lose your certification. Now, I am not going to tell you that the only kind of dog trainer that's worthwhile is somebody that's a certified professional dog trainer. That just tells you that that trainer cares enough to really want to prove that they do know their craft. But you do need to be cautious when you employ a dog trainer to make sure that they are somebody with knowledge. So things you might want to ask are, how long have you been training dogs? Not just your own dogs, but dogs in general. Unfortunately, a lot of people will do just a little bit of work with training dogs, or they read a book, or maybe they go through a class by one of the big box stores. And so they think they know about training dogs. But the problem is that dogs don't read the books. And so, it may say, when you do this, the dog will do this. And if he doesn't do that, then you do this. And that's all the advice they give. Well, some dogs don't do it when they're supposed to. And so the longer somebody's been training, the more study they've done, the bigger their bag of tricks. Okay, this didn't work, so let me try this. Well, that didn't work, so let me try that. Well, that didn't work, so let's go here. So, how long have you been training? What breeds have you trained? Has the person trained a lot of different dogs, or have they trained 3 Labradors? I have Labs, they're easy. Labs will do anything for a cookie. That's kind of their middle name. Hi, I'm Fluffy, anything for a cookie. And so Labs are easy to train. So have they trained some of the harder breeds? What method do they use for training? If somebody is a big Cesar Millan fan, I would run the other way. Dominance-based training, we know, is really not what science tells us is the best way to teach our dogs. Positive methods are really what we want to do, because dogs respond to those. A new kind of trendy word in dog training is the word balanced. If you hear somebody tell you they're a balanced dog trainer, you really want to ask for some great information on what they mean by that. When it was originally coined, what it meant was that a person will use positive methods, and occasionally they will use negative reinforcement or negative methods to train if they find that necessary. Unfortunately, what a lot of people have taken that balance thing to mean is, well, I'm going to try it with a treat, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to put a choke chain on your dog and hang it, or do something unpleasant to it. So you really want to find out what they mean when they say they're a balanced trainer. Anytime you're working with a trainer, if they start to do something that you are uncomfortable with, that is your dog. You need to stop them, and you need to ask them to explain what they're doing. There are times, I will not say that I am a purely positive trainer, because there are times when I think a correction is appropriate. But if I'm going to correct your dog, I'm going to talk to you about it ahead of time. I'm going to tell you why I think it's necessary. I'm going to tell you what it's going to look like. what results I expect from that, and make sure that you're okay with that before we go forward with it. Sometimes I might say, look, I've tried these 27 things to get your dog to do this and it's not working. The only place I know to go is here. If you're not comfortable with that, maybe I won't go there, but I may just have to say, look, I don't know what else to do with your dog. But again, it's your dog. And so don't just blindly turn your dog over to someone else to do whatever they want to with. Ask questions and know what they're doing. I am very cautious about residence-based training programs because I have seen the results of so many dogs that have gone away out of sight of their people and come back with some pretty severe problems. Because when your dog is in a residence-based program, you don't know what's going on or what they're doing, especially if it's a place that guarantees results and guarantees them in a very short time. Dog training is typically not a speed race. It's something that takes time to do. I will say that yes, you can generally get much faster results by just punishing the crap out of a dog. If the dog doesn't do what you say, you're going to string it up. But it's not results that work, and you're not going to get a dog that is happy and confident, which is what you want from training. So those kinds of programs make me nervous. The other problem with them is, now understand I'm speaking in generalities, but I've been training dogs for over 25 years. I can get most dogs to do what I want them to do most of the time. If I couldn't, then I wouldn't be a very good trainer. It doesn't do you any good if I can come to you and if I take your dog and make it do whatever I want it to do. If I can't transfer those skills onto you, it doesn't matter that I can make your dog sit and stay and lay down and come. If you can't do that, I'm not moving in with you. It's been offered many times, but I'm not doing it. I'm not moving in with you to control your dog. And so you need to be in a position so that you're learning the skills with your dog so that your dog will listen to you, which is really the goal of training. So that's sort of what a certified professional is, and some things to do. If you're looking for a dog trainer, some things to ask and some things to talk about. Don't just say, I always am discouraged when somebody calls me and what they want to know is, well, how much is it? That's like their whole question. Well, how much is it? Well, yeah, I can tell you that, but that shouldn't be the only thing that you base your training on.